I think it's pretty common that a lot of the time with hobbies, you just don't feel like doing the thing. And the thing could be whatever. And I'm as guilty of this as anybody, just like everybody else. I just sometimes just don't feel like getting into it and doing it. That's usually not because I don't want to do the task. It's usually because I don't want to do the stuff before and after the task, setting up and cleaning up. I know that I'll have a ton of fun putting oil washes on this mat, but I don't feel like setting up and grabbing the oil and mixing up the washes and then cleaning up the mess after. If I just get started, I'm gonna forget about not feeling like doing it, and I will very quickly be having a very good time. And afterwards, I will be very happy that it's done, and I'll feel satisfied. I like making a couple different oil washes to work with, and that way I can kind of mix them together while they're wet on the board. I've been using this Gamsol. Seems to evaporate and dry up quicker than just the regular Mona Lisa stuff I was using previously. And I like mixing in clear cups. That way I can kind of see what's what. Okay, so that one is a nice brown, kind of rusty color. Get a bit of that gross green in it. And then let's try a blood color. So like take some red. I'm just using my dirty ass brush here. So we're gonna add some blue. Not much though. Darken it up, make it look a little bit more like blood. Actually, I could use a little bit of this brown. This isn't gonna be the final blood effects. There'll be something else we do later. Normally I'm putting oil washes on something with a lot of like ridges and valleys and bumps and all that stuff. Not a completely flat surface. So I'm a little bit unsure of the best way to do this. So when I'm in that position where I don't know what to do, I just start doing things. Figure just some splattering, get it around here. Yeah, just go, who cares? It's all good, don't worry about it. And then I'm gonna grab some paper towel because I kind of want this all over everything to give everything a bit of this dark tint. Trying to spread it out more than wipe it up. I love oil washes so much. They are intuitive and they are forgiving. If you don't like something, you can usually get rid of it pretty easily, even once it's dried, which is the absolute best thing about them. Oh, the other night I also put some rust effects on this manhole cover and it looks a little bit better now. Now I'll take some of this more rusty color and splatter that. And this one I won't wipe in. I'm just gonna let it be splattered. This always looks way more extreme than it's actually gonna look once it's dried. Now some of this reddish color. I don't know, maybe I should dab some of this. But I do know that I want it to be filthy and I want it to have a lot of variety in color. I'm just gonna take what I have left over of everything and mix it together because I want a darker one now. I'm gonna add some black and some blue and try to make this look a little bit more like spilled oil. Big old glob of blue. And hey, before I mix the black in, why not just use some of whatever this swampy ass color is. I feel like people get kind of intimidated by oil washes, even though it's actually like one of the most easy and forgiving things you can use in this hobby. And I guess it's just because it's not water-based, but honestly, it's such a fun thing to play with. Look at that. Regular Jackson Pollock here. You got a spot like this, there's too much. That'll take a really long time to dry out. So that I am gonna splotch up. Because this is flat, the washes don't have anywhere to flow to. So I don't want to have as big of puddles as I might normally be okay with having. The start needs extra splatter. Now I'm just going to have to let this dry and do something different while I wait. I'm sure some of you were concerned about how this looked while it was really wet and how extreme it was. But look how it dries. The splotches actually become pretty subtle in areas. The darker ones will end up staying stronger as it dries, but But yeah, like I said, it's not nearly as extreme as you'd expect. Like these are the areas that were really, really wet, so they're still wet. It'll take the longest, but they're going to get a lot more subdued as well. It's kind of funny. I started the day off by not really being in the mood to set up and get going, but now all I want to do is keep going on this. I really want to get into the blood effects. The blood splatters are what's going to make this thing, I don't know, cool, in my opinion. Because there's oil-based stuff that's still drying on here and paint thinner, I don't think it's a good idea to apply the water-based blood effects that I'm planning on using. But such is the nature of hobbying, right? Oftentimes, as soon as we actually feel like doing something, we can't for whatever reason. But that's totally fine. I got this to the point where it remotivated me. That's good. And I'm pretty sure that when I come back to this and do the blood, I won't have that kind of I don't feel like doing it attitude. So if there's any lesson to be learned from today's video, which I hope there is, when you don't feel like doing the thing, do the thing anyway, if you can. Maybe that's bad advice, because I don't want people to think that they should always be doing something. It's actually really important to listen to your body and your mind and your soul and rest when you need to rest and not always be doing something. So I don't know what my advice actually is. Do the thing even when you don't feel like doing the thing, as long as you know that, at the end of things, you're in a good state to do the thing. I'm a better crafter than a philosopher. About an hour and a half later here, and the oil is almost dried. You can see it's still kind of shiny there, and oil washes will actually dry completely matte, so you can tell that's not quite there yet. But I think it looks really nice. And all those crazy splotches I had there are much less severe now. This kind of gives everything that mottled look. Mottled, not modeled. And just sort of makes things look more realistic. There's been lots of spills and stains on this road. The cracks, while still extreme, don't stand out quite as much because this has been brought down to a darker tone. Around this manhole cover actually looks pretty great right now. Looks like there was some kind of big pool of something that's been like draining and running into it. Starting line looks gnarly. The potholes actually look better. And once I get some actual good blood splatter and gore on here, it's gonna look super sick.